Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another episode of our Road to Glory career mode with St. Pauli. This is episode number 69, and we start today's episode off with confirmation of Colin Khedira's injury, which he picked up in the last game against Paris Saint-Germain. And he sprained his ankle and is going to be out for 4 weeks. Now, obviously that's a real frustration for us because we know that Khedira's been a great player for us this season and a fantastic partner for Daniel Rott in our 2-5-3. But sprained his ankle? I mean, I even mentioned it in the last episode. It didn't seem to be an injury with his leg. It seemed to be on his arm. It seems to be either a shoulder or an elbow injury. And he's now out for 4 weeks. And I don't want to go into a big rant here, but I've said this a couple of times before now. Those sort of things, they take away any kind of immersive feel you have for the game. The player clearly has a problem with his elbow or his shoulder. It was hard to tell on those two replays, but it's one of the two, the elbow or the shoulder, yet somehow he sprained his ankle. How did he sprain his ankle? What, walking down the tunnel? I mean, it just makes no sense to me. But anyway, he's out for 4 weeks, and I asked you guys in the last episode who should play alongside the Rottweiler, and overwhelmingly you guys said Matthias de Ligt, not a real surprise. And also I asked you guys whether we should have Lundin playing ahead of Selke in the striker role in our league games, of course, because Selke's really struggled in the Bundesliga, only 1 goal for us in 2 seasons in the league for St. Pauli, and once again, overwhelmingly so, you guys said play Eric Lundin. You guys have been commenting it of late. I included the comment in the last episode, and I also asked, should we play Lundin instead of Selke, and you guys said yes, play Lundin and not Selke. So Lundin is in the first 11 now. We'll wait and see if that's a good decision or not, and also Matthias de Ligt will partner Daniel Rott, whilst Colin Khedira is out with that bizarre sprained ankle, which again, I've got no idea how on earth he did that. No idea whatsoever. But still, to start today's episode off, we've now began March. We've entered the month of March. You can take a look at the useful monthly report. We promote 3 players in today's episode. You'll see their stats and their weak foot and their skill moves and their work rates in today's episode as well, and their potentials as well. So look forward to that. Those players are LeBlanc, Diao, and also Romain Willems, the left back as well. Here's a look at the squad reports. You can see how the players are currently getting on. Obviously, healthy attribute changes for most of our players. Moses Odja is now up to an 84, as you can see. Absolutely love Moses. He is just unbelievable. 99 stamina. I can't stop obsessing over the guy. I've said it so many times now, but pick him up for your career modes, guys. He's amazing. Bailey's up to an 83 now. We have a Mang up to an 82, so another 80 rated striker in the team. El Toro 83. Paulson is 81. Also Selke is 81 as well. And Lundin is growing to an 81 overall too. So we are really stacked right now in most of our areas, particularly in the striker role too. In the league table, there are 13 games to go in the Bundesliga, and we are 16 points clear of Borussia Dortmund, have a much better goal difference record as well, and have a game in hand too, winning 20 of our first 21 games, an unbelievable record. In the Deutsche Pokal, we've been drawn against Bayern Munich in the semi-finals as Wolfsburg and Hannover 96 play one another in the other tie. That's going to be a really tough tie for us, and fielding a weakened side, I'm not sure we'll make it to the final for the second time in 3 years. And of course, in the Champions League round of 16, we lost our first leg to Paris Saint-Germain in the last episode, and in the next episode, in the first game, you'll see the second leg at the Milan Tour as we try and overcome the 1-0 deficit. Still, for the first game of today's episode, we are back in the Bundesliga on the back of that PSG defeat as we play host to Mainz here, looking for a return to winning ways in all competitions.
They've been a high-scoring team throughout the season, haven't they? And there's no question that they're a very good watch. We're delighted to be here to watch them again today.
They are the entertainers in this division. They've been really good, really potent in front of goal.
And making it 21 wins from 22 games in the Bundesliga, which quite simply is unbelievable. It's a season which I don't think I've ever had before, this one with St. Pauli, as we try and extend our fantastic record domestically. So Mainz the first of 3 games today, and obviously right now Mainz are sitting in that relegation playoff place in 16th place. We are certainly fancying our chances of returning to winning ways after that disappointing defeat. And we started the game off quite strong as well, just 7 minutes in, Henry on Nikuru releasing Eric Lundin, now in the first 11 in the Bundesliga, starting for the first time, getting inside with a step over, but being denied by a fantastic save with the goalkeeper as he turned it behind for a corner. But we really struggled in the first half, and of course in the last game against PSG, held to a goalless draw, only the second, held to a scoreless game for us, only the second time this season where we failed to notch a goal and find the back of the net. So coming to the second half, still tied at 0-0, we needed to open the scoring and make sure that the run wouldn't last for too long with minutes without a goal, and just 2 minutes after the restart we would find that goal. And of course I wasn't surprised to see the man that did break the deadlock, Yusuf Poulsen, doing it once again. This guy is unbelievable. A nice build up from kickoff there as Moses rode the slide challenge and found Valena. He poked it through the gap to our number 9, who simply couldn't miss on the 1-on-1 as he got his 16th goal of the Bundesliga. This guy has been unbelievable this year. He missed out on the Golden Boot last year primarily due to injury. This time he's kept himself fit, he's kept himself in form, and he's keeping himself in this first 11 and banging in the goal. So 1-0 to St. Pauli. Might almost equalise though just past the hour mark, but Bernd Leno proved his worth to the team. What a big stop there by our number 1, and it's so easy to forget how great our defence has been this season, considering all of the plaudits have come on the offensive end. We scored goals at will in every competition, but Leno has only conceded 5 goals in the Bundesliga in 21 games. He's been remarkable. He showed his worth there. He's made a really great save to keep the score at 1-0 and keep us in front. And from the corner, we broke as well, with Valena finding El Toro down the left, who rolled it inside to the engine, who said, Yusuf, I'm not one for scoring goals unless they're from about 30 yards out, so why don't you take the ball here 12 yards from goal and put the ball into the back of the net and make it 2-0. And that's exactly what he did. El Toro through towards Moses, who rolled it through towards Poulsen, who simply couldn't miss. 17 goals now for Poulsen as he bags his brace. We goes 2 goals up, and that showed you the importance of Bernd Leno right there, because a few minutes beforehand we could have been back on level terms with Mainz scoring just the 6th goal we conceded in the Bundesliga all season long. Instead, Leno made the save. We go on the counter as we do, and we get the second goal that would surely confirm the 3 points. Once again though, he made a big save there with 4 minutes to go, turned that shot behind for a corner and kept it at 2-0, and from the corner he got onto the loose ball as he caught the ball just outside the 6-yard box, launched it forward where El Toro was waiting for the ball. He ran onto it, and the ball puts the ball into the back of the net after stopping at the fake Rabona. And to be honest, I probably could have done 1 or 2 skill moves here and made that a bit flashier, but I saw the 3 Mainz players catching up rapidly and I thought, I do not want to mess this up, so let's just put the ball into the back of the net. So St. Pauli 3, Mainz 0. Points are in the bag at this stage anyway, but El Toro puts the style on to get his first goal of the game and ensure that we do get the 3 points with 3 goals as well. So St. Pauli 3, Mainz 0 the final score. We may have lost to PSG in the last game, the last episode, but we're not going to let that loss get the better of us. We are just going to produce just a blip and nothing other than that. A big 3-0 win here. We return to winning ways. It's now 21 wins in 22 games. It's been a remarkable season for St. Pauli, and it just keeps getting better. So 3-0 the final score, and I gave man the match to Leno as well. Poulsen may have bagged a brace in this game and played really well. Ojo was great through the middle of the park as always, but Leno with a 9.5 and an assist as well. I believe his first assist for the club. That showed you why I rejected that big bid from Spurs back in the January transfer window. £57.5 million would have been the most we received for a player by quite some distance in this career, but I said it in that episode, we cannot afford to get rid of Bernd Leno. He's been amazing this year. That was a great display and a really awesome win for St. Pauli. So 3-0 the final score, another win as we try and extend our gap at the top of the table. As you can see, we're now 19 points clear with 12 games to go, and there's still time for Dortmund or Bayern to get back in this race and at least make competitive, but right now it seems like it's a formality. We are going to be crowned champions bar nothing other than a massive collapse. But still, for the second game of today's episode, it was a bigger game. We now play host to Bayer Leverkusen, who right now are sitting in 4th place and trying to make sure that this year, unlike last season, they do make the top 4 and qualify for the Champions League after narrowly missing out last season when we beat them on the final day of the season. First chance fell to us 6 minutes in. Charities volley going just wide the post of mine for a goal kick, but just like the last game against Mainz, we struggled for chances in the first half. Once again, really finding it difficult to break down our opponents in the first 45 minutes for the 3rd straight game now and create opportunities. And Leverkusen seem to be fully aware of this as well. Unlike other teams when we play this 2-5-3 formation that soak up pressure and just sit back and try and contain, they were going forward and looking for chances themselves. Leno made a really great save there to keep it at 0-0, and in the 70th minute Moses was denied from range by a good stop by the goalkeeper as it was still goalless. Andrade was the latest to test Haradike, who made another great save there and kept it at 0-0, and the game did finish as a goalless draw, but there was one late chance for Leverkusen which Kevin Volland really should have done better with. He got the wrong side of Matthias de Ligt but took the shot on far too early, and Leno in the end did make a really important save low down to his right, but that should have been a much better chance for Leverkusen there, and I have no idea why the former Hoffenheim striker took that shot on so early. But the final score was 0-0, a goalless draw in this game here at the Millantor. It's the second game in 3 where we failed to find a back of the net. And look, I'm not going to hit the panic button just yet, but we didn't exactly play very well in the PSG game. We didn't really play well in this game either. Another game where we failed to score, playing the 2-5-3. I'm just a little bit concerned. Now, when we're so far clear at the top of the table right now, when we still only lost one game in the Bundesliga so far, that's our only draw, and won the other 21. It's very stupid to be too defeatist and to be too negative, but I am a little bit concerned. I am a little bit concerned that possibly now, after such an amazing run of form, we might possibly be beginning to struggle a little bit. I guess we'll have to wait and see, and it's not great form as well, knowing that in 2 games' time, we'll be taking on Paris Saint-Germain in that very important Champions League round of 16 second leg. But still, as we look for a positive after that goalless draw at Leverkusen, we had our 3 youth players to take a look at here. Jules Leblanc, who has potential to be special, a 16-year-old Belgian striker who looks absolutely fantastic. Romain Willems, a 60 rated left back who's also from Belgium, 16 years old, some very decent stats, 6'2", can also play centre back as well. Absolutely love that. Maybe this guy will be just like the Rottweiler, and he has potential to be special as well. So 2 youth players with potential to be special. And the third one was Emmanuel Diao, a centre forward, 17 years old, 62 rated from Ivory Coast. Some very nice technical stats already. 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills, medium low work rates, can also play cam, and is as well a player that has potential to be special. So 3 high potential youth players come out of our stacked academy, and every single one of them has potential to be special. We have got an unbelievable youth setup here at St. Pauli. We are bringing through so many quality youth players. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's not just the fact that we're playing so well this season and our first team's looking good, but it's all about youth. I mean, this St. Pauli squad has so many youth players that have got such great potential. We've got, what, 5 or 6 youth players with potential to be special? I mean, you've got the Rottweiler, we've got El Toro, we've got those 3 there as well. We've got Sebastian Hon, that's 6 I can think of off the top of my head right now. Possibly 1 or 2 others in the academy as well. And if I'm forgetting anyone, feel free to let me know who those are in the comments right now. But it's unbelievable, man. We've got some London as well, that's 7. We've got some unbelievable youth players here, man, seriously. And the future is so bright for St. Pauli. And when you think about the fact we're considered unstoppable right now, imagine how unstoppable we'll be when those players are peaking and at their full potential. Still, for the third and final game of today's episode, we will stay in the Bundesliga with our final game before that second leg against PSG in the Champions League round of 16, as we will take on Braunschweig here away from home, a side who we haven't faced since season 1 back in the Zweite Bundesliga. Right now they're playing okay, still above the drop zone and doing enough, but coming to this game, we were looking for a response after that goalless draw against Leverkusen and a return to winning ways, and what a start as well, because 24 minutes in, we would get our first goal with El Toro cutting in from the right-hand side, drilling across the 6-yard area, and who was there in the middle to capitalise? Eric Lundin, Zlatan's regen, scoring once again with his 2nd goal in the Bundesliga and 3rd goal overall this season. I gotta say, man, you said put him in the first 11 for Selke. Selke's got a few assists, but Lundin is a much better goal scorer, it seems, in this competition. 2 goals already. That's more than Selke's got in 1.5 seasons for St. Pauli, and 2 will soon become 3 in the 43rd minute as well, as Leon Bailey cutting from the left, and unlike the first highlight, didn't go for goal, instead rolled it through to Lundin, who did his best El Toro impression with the Spanish arch celebration, as he made it 2-0 to St. Pauli and bagged his first Buccaneers brace. So great work from Bailey, nice little assist, and Eric Lundin with his 2nd of the game put us 2 goals up at the break. That was the score at halftime and the score at full time as well. Final score, Braunschweig 0, St. Pauli 2. We do respond after that Leverkusen game, scoring 2 first-half goals through Zlatan's regen and get the 3 points and extend the gap at the top of the table once more. And with 10 games to go, I mean, I never like to be cocky, I never like to be arrogant, I never like to be too overconfident, but the truth of the matter is this: I've been saying it all season long, never write Bayern Munich out, don't write Borussia Dortmund out, they could still catch up. Well, there's 10 games to go, we are so many points in front, we've got a much better goal difference record as well. I'm just going to come out and say it right now, we got 1 hand on the title, and we got 4 fingers from the other hand on the title as well. All that's missing is the thumb before we lift the title. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know this for sure. 10 games to go, 17 points clear, much better goal difference record. I'm pretty sure we're going to be crowned champions this season, and it's just a case of how quickly we can win it and how many points we end up with. But that will end today's episode of our Road to Glory career mode with St. Pauli, guys. So a massive thank you for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the episode, then please do consider leaving a like. Much love, have a fantastic Saturday night, and I'll see you for the next episode of our RTG with St. Pauli, featuring the 2nd leg of that Champions League round of 16 tie against PSG very soon.